So this video is Networks Programming Assignment 4, Simulation 2. We still have this network mapped between, so each router has two interfaces, one in interface, or actually they both map both ways. And two interfaces each that can send multi-directional. We essentially have to change the forward packet method. So what's going on here is because of the way the routing tables work, it can each router knows the cost, the minimum cost from it to its destination. So if we have a packet from routing at router B, we know that it will either, if it needs to go to host 2, it'll take 3, it'll cost 3, or host 1 cost 2, and inside the routing table it knows which router to forward that to. So it will find the lowest route, and based on which router is connected to this route in the routing table, which actually looks like this. That's why we have it printed out here. It will forward to that router, specifically that router's interface. So we find, if, as an example here, if router B needs to forward to host 1, it knows the distance, the least distance will be to router A and then to host 1. So it needs to forward to router A, but it knows to send it to its interface 0, which router A's interface 1 will pick up, because it first finds the router that it needs to go to, and then it will transfer through the interface, and it finds the interface in its interfaces table. We'll show this working. So that was the, up here is the routing tables converging essentially between the two routers. We have host 1 is sending the packet message from host 1. The link H1 is, or H1 to RA is transmitting. It's forwarding from router A to router B, because that it looks that up in the table, and it tells you which interface it's transmitting over. And then B1 to H2. The second part we needed to do for this is to send a return message once it's received. So host 2 receives the packet and then forwards the packet, forwards a new packet, sorry, to host 1. And then we can see it goes to RB, host 2 to RB, then we will travel from router B to router A, and then finally router A is forwarding it to host 1, and host 1 receives the packet.